kind of breakfast. A better one. So check your old salty eggs. And pick up 2 of these freshly made sandwiches at Wendy's for just $4. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $4.
Dull skin, wipe it away. Garnier Brightening Meister Water. Now with vitamin C. My cells work like a magnet. In one swipe, deadly cleanse. Remove makeup and dressing. Micellar Water with vitamin C. By Garnier. Naturally.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. Can I take your order? I'm on ice cream and strawberry. Order up. Sonic red, white, and blue slush book.
Everyone's crunching. What's crunching? Simply unwrap crunch and eat crunch. 100% milk chocolate and crispy rice.
Crunching makes me extreme.
Crunching made our breakup easy.
I'm in the friend zone.
Anyone can do it. Even anyone.
Can't find the right plant care rhythm? Learn how to care for your plant with Blossom. Set timely care reminders. Discover video tutorials and tons of gardening articles. Download the Blossom app.
The price of fame can be deadly.
From basketball legends to rappers on the rise.
He's really living the dream.
Monday, police discovered a young male shot fatally in the back. VH1's new true crime series explores 8 untold stories of the American dream turned deadly.
It's a thin line between love and hate.
Investigate these crimes with me, Monica.
Eventually, the truth is going to come out.
Hit for the new dream turns deadly. Mondays at 10. Only on VH1.
Ashley, what are you doing?
Changing for school. See, today is a casual day.
Wow, that sounds like the, truth.
Actually, well, I've been keeping a secret, and if I don't tell someone, I'm gonna explode.
Whoa. Don't tell me, because if I know, I can't say I don't know. When you get busted, Uncle Phil start rounding up the usual suspects. And I am the usual suspect.
I dropped out of Bel Air Academy, and I'm going to go to school.
Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of his Buffalo crowd, was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks.
Let's get it.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Carson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Throw on first down with Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 now, Wilson.
He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Now it's Carson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Play. It's Carson. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Ball rests on the 7-yard line, 3rd and goal.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive.
They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds
downs across the 30-yard line. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Rolling to his right. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing now is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, 45 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kicks away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is Carson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Midfield now. Here's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It'll find Valor out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Steps away to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. Long, sustained drive by the offense.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Bills 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 42.
To throw, it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Brooks. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And he'll get this up past the 25.
You're already right there. Why are you backing up so hard? He's not even
They'd love to just start back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made here at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Allen. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And they got it run across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time. Allen going to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's how you create it with a play like that.
Maybe so thick.
To finalize things off.
13.
No.
To the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
I tried to catch it on the run.
It's been a physical game so
And get
far.
used.
Scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again.
Ah, fuck. Good D. I should have threw it. I should have low passed it that way. That was on me, probably. Good pick. Good pick. Good picky.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. To the air. Allen taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Benson Mayowa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. This is caught.
Man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man.
Buffalo touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight ends.
You got to be fucking kidding me, man. Oh my God, I can't. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
And they'll try and run it in with Singletary.
Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it.
And the lead moves up to 7.
Don't
so they run it in on the 2-point try.
Overcome the
bullshit
like you
from the
always
offense's
do.
perspective, what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play?
Oh, man.
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last.
And then you're going to throw it in the middle of the field.
It's intercepted.
Yeah.
Off at his own 47. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Let's go. The timing is everything.
Let him have it. Ain't gonna go to the line. Let it downfield. Okay. Yeah, man, you gotta start getting mad at. You already know this one corny. So just play, man. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ain't no need to ask why the new one about to come out in about a month. Well, what's this? Well, yeah, it was a little bit over a month, man. Like 35 days. Like 40-something days. Like 43 days, 42 days. You had a new one, man, so don't let this shit bother you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Just play. Yeah, don't let this shit bother you like that. Of course, it's not worth it. Hopefully, this shit that they talking about, we'll get some real good shit. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. And you gotta be real, just hopeful.
It's officially Madden 22 gameplay week, and we just got our first official gameplay deep dive trailer. We're also going to have a ton more info coming later this week, especially tomorrow. I'm going to have some exclusive info directly from EA for you guys that nobody else is going to have. So if you don't want to miss out on that or any of the other gameplay news coming later this week, make sure to subscribe, turn the bell icon on so you don't miss any of those uploads when they go live. Now let's jump into the deep dive trailer. It's about 5 minutes long, and then we'll come back to y'all things and give my thoughts on the trailer.
snow and shit still look the same.
So there you have the gameplay deep dive trailer. Now, the version of that trailer on EA Sports' page does have Clint Odenberg narrating it, but unfortunately I had to cut that out because EA loves to use copyrighted music in the background, and the video I was putting up kept getting flagged. So I had to cut that out and put my own background music over it, but I can pretty much sum up all the stuff that Clint said. So the first thing they go into is the game day, dynamic game day, the home field advantage and momentum. We've seen some of that already. They touched on a few new ones, like you saw the trouble with Pittsburgh trying a hot route when they were, in the dog pound and things like that. I think it's a much added facelift and adds more immersion to the game. And I know a lot of people keep saying, well, they just stole this feature from NCAA, but that's kind of disingenuous because only about 5% of this feature was actually in NCAA. Yes, the Seahawks Stadium has the squiggly lines and stuff like that we did see in the old NCAA games. But they've built like 30 other things on top of this. That's not all the feature is. Each stadium has their own unique atmosphere and home field advantage.
When we started Carvana, they told us that selling cars 100% online wouldn't work. But we went to work.
The momentum has a ton of different factors that swing back and forth. I think there's like over 60 different momentum swings that can happen in different stadiums. So while the root of this feature was born in NCAA, they've added way more on top of that. So it's not the same old feature. They also talk about some of the gameplay improvements, talking about some of the tackling changes, some of the player movement changes, building on what they did for Madden 21 Next Gen. They show certain clips about how it's easier to steer upfield and how it's easier to maneuver and things like that. I mean, we've heard this years and years in the past every time they redo movement. I will say from playing the beta, I've talked about it in my older videos over the past week, that yes, they've definitely made some strides with the movement and the route running. It's definitely a little more realistic. They sped up the acceleration a little bit. The turning is a little bit, you kind of have more control there. They even showed a certain aspect where you saw Chase Claypool go up for a catch, and they talked about how that was more of a one-on-one rather than a two-man animation. And yes, those are a little bit more in the game now, some more of the one-on-one, but don't get it twisted. There's still tons of canned animations between two or more players that kind of override everything. There's still the warping. There's still many instances of feeling like you don't have control. So while, yes, they've steered slightly in a better direction by giving a little bit more one-on-one. It's still very much so the same canned animations that you're used to, so just don't get that twisted. But I think if they're going to be so animation dependent, that's where they have to eventually steer. We need more one-on-one user control. We need more instances where I'm the player and I feel like I have control over what I'm telling my player to do rather than being sucked up or warped into an animation, and that still is very, very much so a part of Madden 22. They talk about weight and momentum mattering more. You see some of it in the run game where the guy gets pancaked and some of the tackles where the smaller guy gets thrown backwards. Yes, definitely you can see they did some work there, but again, don't get it twisted. A lot of that stuff, you still have warping, you still have the situation. I mean, you see in the trailer there's certain instances like the Derrick Henry broken tackle. You still have those that look really bad and just don't make sense. You also still see some pursuit issues in the trailer as well. So again, don't get it twisted. Those issues are still there, but they made strides in other areas. They did put some new animations in the game. They finally showed some of them in this trailer. Definitely not all of them, but they showed some of them, especially with the tackling. I just don't know why they're not showing more of that, because I think that's what people would like to see, the things that stand out and look different. Another big part of the trailer is they were talking more about the star-driven AI and the next-gen stats, and they said specifically that they wanted to improve user versus CPU gameplay. And again, we've heard this a lot in the past where they want to make the CPU play more like the real-life team. So the Ravens are going to run the ball more, Lamar is going to scramble more, the Bills are going to pass more, the Steelers will be a little bit more blitz-heavy and things like that. We've heard that in the past. I know for franchise guys, that is always like a big problem where you can add all these features, but if the gameplay feels like you're just playing against the same team every week, despite the fact that they're different teams, you know, that kind of breaks immersion. But they talked about how teams have their own tendencies, and these things can be updated throughout the year with the next-gen stats. That's a big thing for the next-gen version. They're going to keep updating all of that info and intel so that teams and players have their own tendencies and play like real life. I think that could potentially be a really big upgrade for the game if it plays out that way. But in the past, they've said similar things, and it hasn't quite come to fruition. But that is the gameplay trailer. Like I said, tomorrow I'll have exclusive info. Friday we'll have the big deep dive, which we'll find out every little thing. So make sure you subscribe, turn the bell icon on. I will see you guys next time.
Selling your car? Don't just trade in at the dealer. Your car deserves better. It's time to learn to get that bread. Run the show. Be the boss. Now go on and pivot your best so you can get your best offer. Check out how.
Ring the alarm, cause you know it's born. Brody be bringing the thunder like he came equipped with a storm. All of that talking, no, it ain't gon' ride, boy, this ain't a cab. No, you ain't ready, I think you should really go back to the lab. Cause you gon' lose whoever you choose, fam, I'm gon' put up a beat. Whether he passing or running, it's getting down to your speed. Yeah, he the winner and your team a loser, you better know that before you pick him. Whipping up from off a liar, might go for a tug on the nipples. Yeah.
What up, though? It's your boy Foreman. We back, man, with another Madden Online ranked matchup. Before we get into anything, ran a fire on the hole one time. So, decided to stress myself out, bro. Worst team in the game, the Leones. Hometown team, but I hate playing with them, and we got a beast, dog. Oh, you know what? He nice. But he only night with Tampa, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta figure out what the hell I'm finna do to really compete, bro. This low-key finna be like hella hard, so they get it. Try to run the ball, you know what I'm saying? Get established. I don't have that crazy. Well, not that crazy. I don't have a good back, period.